The NHL Draft Lottery took place last night, and I thought it'd be fun to take a deeper look into the history of the Draft Lottery, starting off with last night. The odds of the Devils, Rangers, Blackhawks getting the top 3 lottery picks was 1 in 5,000. A little quick comparison, the odds of the Avalanche, Kings, and Devils, all 3 getting the top 3 picks, was about 1 in 350. Taylor Hall has been in the league for 9 years. Of those 9 years, his team was eligible for a lottery pick 7 times. Out of those 7 times, his team won the lottery 4 times and picked first overall 5 times. The odds of that happening, 1 in 1,000. Actually, that isn't that bad when you stop and think about it. The draft lottery has been around since 1995. In that time, the Senators, the Sabres, and the Lightning are the only teams to have the best lottery odds for 3 different seasons, yet all of them have only won the draft lottery 1 time each. 14 teams are yet to have a #1 overall pick since the inception of the draft lottery. Edmonton is the only team in the league to have the best odds to win the lottery twice, but win the lottery 3 times and select #1 overall 4 times. And because everyone loves a good conspiracy story, the NHL Original 6, arguably the most prestigious and popular teams in the league, have been the worst team in the league with the best odds to win the draft lottery 2 times, yet these teams have won a combined 4 draft lotteries. Now, if we want to be technical here, and we want to include the most recent inception of the draft lottery since 2016, where the top 3 teams are lottery picks and the top 3 teams are the best odds to win those lottery picks, there have been a combined total of 3 times that an Original 6 team has had the quote-unquote best odds to win the draft lottery, but a total of 7 different times an Original 6 team has actually won a lottery pick. Sorry, Detroit, the odds are not with you though. The New Jersey Devils are the only team in league history to never been the #1 overall seed for the lottery, but still won the draft lottery 3 different times in its franchise history. The Devils also possess the best odds for winning a draft lottery for teams that have qualified for them at least 5 times in their history. The Devils have won an astounding 50% of draft lotteries they've been eligible for. The Pittsburgh Penguins, as controversial and franchise-changing as the early 2000s were, have never quote-unquote legitimately won a draft lottery. In 2003, they traded away their 55th overall pick, their 3rd overall pick, and Mikkel Samuelsson for the 1st overall selection, who turned out to be Marc-Andre Fleury. In 2004, the Penguins were the worst team in the league, but the Capitals won the lottery and the Penguins fell back to 2nd and were stuck drafting a guy by the name of Evgeny Malkin. Not a bad consolation prize. Then came 2005, the lockout year, where every team was eligible to win the draft lottery, and when the NHL says every team, they mean 10 teams because every team started with 3 balls, and for every #1 overall pick or playoff appearance, you lost a ball. The Penguins were one of only 4 teams with 3 balls, and they were one of 4 teams with a 20% chance of winning the Crosby sweepstakes. A sweepstakes they did win, but it was one of the most historic and controversial lotteries of all time, as the credibility of how the odds were selected after a season where no team played hockey will be forever conspiratized. And the fact that it was for the best player on the planet of his generation, Sidney Crosby, it will forever be remembered. There has surprisingly been a lot of good karma that has gone around in the league for the most part. Every team that has been the #1 overall seed has at some point won the draft lottery. Even if it was not the year they had the best odds, they still won a lottery. Every team except 2 teams, the Carolina Hurricanes and the Columbus Blue Jackets. But if there is one team that is unlucky, it is the Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks have been eligible for 11 draft lotteries, and they have yet to win a single one. Just in the past 4 years, since the 2016 inaugural year where we've seen the top 3 teams get draft lottery picks, the Vancouver Canucks have dropped 8 spots in draft picks, and in those 4 years, they've had a top 10 pick 3 times. 2 times they went into the draft lottery with a top 3 overall pick, and they left bounced out of the top 3. And again, they've never won a lottery pick, even with 3 chances to win one every year. They still have not done it. We will see if good karma does come around for these Vancouver Canucks, these Carolina Hurricanes. As for this video though, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.